When you run a standard campaign on Amazon, you are likely offering the exact same bid for two very different people. On one side, you have a complete stranger. On the other, you have a shopper who has visited your listing 3 times this week and already has your product sitting in their cart. Standard advertising treats their intent as identical. This happens because the default dashboard in Seller Central relies on last-click attribution. Last-click attribution works like a sports broadcast and only gives credit to the player who kicked the ball into the net. It ignores the midfield pass and the assist. In your ad account, the system only recognizes the very last ad a customer clicked before buying, leaving every other interaction uncounted. When you check your reports, you see campaigns that don't show a direct sale and you pause them, but you are often cutting the very players that set up the goal. Without those early assists, the final conversion never happens and the entire offensive strategy falls apart. Audits show this single-click view leads brands to misallocate between 30 and 40% of their ad budget every month. They are funding bottom-of-the-funnel clicks while unknowingly starving the campaigns that actually feed them. Managing a brand through Seller Central alone creates a gap between your reporting and reality. It forces you to make high-stakes decisions based on the tip of the iceberg, while the largest portion of the customer journey remains underwater. To bridge that gap, advertisers are moving into Amazon Marketing Cloud, or AMC. This is a centralized data hub that pulls event-level information from over 300 million active U.S. shoppers. Unlike standard tracking that relies on cookies, which are increasingly blocked or deleted, AMC uses Amazon's own first-party data to verify exactly how a single anonymized user moves through the ecosystem. This allows you to run a path-to-purchase report. Instead of seeing one click, you see every ad interaction a shopper had over a 25-month cycle. You can see that a customer saw a display ad on Monday, visited your store on Wednesday, and finally clicked a sponsored product on Friday. When those touchpoints are color-coded, a specific pattern emerges. Roughly 40% of conversions that standard PPC takes credit for were actually initiated by a display ad. DSP isn't a money pit, it's the foundation of the journey. Without this level of visibility into the full funnel, you are essentially trying to navigate a map where half the roads are invisible. Once AMC identifies these high-value paths, you use the Amazon Demand-Side Platform, or DSP, to act on that data. Standard search ads are reactive. They sit and wait for someone to type a keyword. DSP is a proactive system designed to identify and reach customers before they ever touch a search bar. DSP uses machine learning and likelihood scoring to calculate the chance that someone will buy in the next 7 to 14 days. It analyzes what they've browsed, what's in their cart, and even the time of year to forecast their next move. This allows you to place ads exactly where your target audience is spending time, whether that's on a competitor's product page, third-party blogs, or even streaming platforms like Fire TV and Live Sports. AMC identifies the specific behavior of your most profitable buyers, and DSP provides the reach to put your brand in front of them while they are still in the consideration phase. There are 3 specific strategies that top-tier brands use to immediately reduce budget waste. The first is the warm lead bid boost, which focuses on cart abandoners. You use AMC to tag shoppers who added your product to their cart in the last 14 days but didn't buy. Then you tell the system to automatically increase your bid by 75%, but only when that specific shopper searches for your keyword. The second play is frequency capping to prevent overspending. Without a cap, you might pay to show the same ad to someone 15 times. Setting a limit, like 5 impressions a week, stops redundant spending and shifts money toward reaching new people. The third play clones your highest value customers using lookalike audiences. AMC builds a seed list of shoppers who spend over a threshold or order 3 times in 6 months. The system filters out one-time bargain hunters, finding more high-spending profiles across the Amazon network. Implementing these plays moves your budget away from general keyword bidding and towards surgical, behavior-based acquisition. The barrier between knowing where your money goes and simply hoping for the best has been removed. Attempting to compete using only keyword-level data is like playing a game with half the instructions missing, while your competitors use an algorithm that can predict the next move. Success in this environment requires you to stop chasing the people who are typing and start predicting the people who are buying. Brands that integrate AMC and DSP are currently seeing returns 30 to 40% higher than those relying on traditional search-only strategies. This is no longer a test, it is the benchmark for performance.